Oh, hey. How's it going? So even though I'm going to be leaving my home state in just a few months, I went ahead and renewed my fishing license for me and my dad so we can spend some quality time together before I hit the road. It's actually Father's Day weekend right now, but Dad's laid up with an ankle injury, so I'll be going over there tomorrow to do some grilling. But as you can see, I'm going fishing tonight. It's about 91 degrees out with 55% humidity, and the College World Series is going on. So it's like busy around here. So I'm gonna be hitting the road and going about an hour west to try to find a place where I can spend the night for free and catch some fish. I'll see you there. If you watch my videos, you probably know where I am. And I'm not alone. I don't expect to be. It is Saturday and it's summertime, but that's okay. That's disgusting. So I'll wait till later to go fishing. It's about 6 o'clock right now, and I'll probably go down there around 8 or so. There are people down there fishing, but on a hot sunny day, I mean, your best chances are dawn and dusk basically, and that's kind of my plan. The longest day of the year is like a week from now, so it won't be dark till after 9:30. And then I'll first thing in the morning go down there, and with it being Father's Day, who knows, it'll either be dead here or real busy. I am way out in the country and I'm in Nebraska, so usually on Sunday mornings you're pretty much alone all, till after lunch, but we'll see. Yes, I should be working on my van this weekend, but I'm not. I got some good news Friday after work. My boss said Monday I should come in and have a meeting with her about letting the new guy take over and just letting them call me if needed. So I'm kind of off the hook pretty soon. I got a few more days, and then I'm about to have a whole lot of free time on my hands. I'm going to be able to focus on my van and stuff. And I'm really considering taking like a few days to just go on a little road trip too. Yeah, I'm super burnt out. I'm stressed. I haven't been sleeping much, and it's kind of the heat of the summer now. Yeah, summer times usually are just really intense, kind of dense energy. It's kind of like running a marathon the whole month of July. This year I think it's going to be a lot different. So, but yeah, I'll get back to working on my van next week. But this weekend I'm going to just enjoy myself out here. I'm spending the night just in the Buick. The tires on my van are really bad and I need to buy new ones, which I will soon. Yeah, I'm enjoying my weekend, and I'm gonna try to catch some fish later. I do have some crawlers. I restringed my rods and brought my kayak, so I mean, the odds are in my favor, I guess. I drove by the lake when I got here and it looks really gross. Like a ton of algae and the water's low. It's definitely not like it looked back in April or whenever I was here last with my van, so. But I think I'll have dinner before I go fishing because I haven't eaten at all today and I am pretty hungry. So I brought my grill and I got a cooler full of drinks and food. So So as I was editing the video where I showed you guys this little charcoal grill, I kept talking about how a charcoal chimney would be too large of an object to put in the van, and I wasn't gonna bring one, except they work so good that I kind of wish I had one. And as I was editing that video, I was like, why don't I just get on Amazon and look for a collapsible one? So I got this. And this thing is super high quality. It's all stainless. It's this big. It's actually pretty heavy. And my only complaint with it so far is when they made it, they put this blue, like, protective film over all the metal, but then they riveted like the whole thing together without peeling that off. So no matter how much I try it, I still got all of that's gonna burn off of there as soon as I start using it. But the grate on this thing is like real thick, and it's just a super high quality freaking thing. It's probably gonna last forever, I would hope. I wonder if it even fits in the grill. Oh yeah, perfect. So yeah, problem solved. Just, get a collapsible one. See how efficient it is. It doesn't really have any holes in the bottom for the paper to burn, but I'm sure it'll do the trick. The coals aren't ready yet, but I'm super hungry because I have not eaten at all today. So I'm gonna have my salad. This Mexican street corn one is super good. I saw Adventure Van Man in one of his videos mentioned how he just kind of mixes the whole salad up in the bag. Just shake it up. I've been doing that ever since. And sometimes I just eat it out of the bag too, which I'm gonna do now. Super convenient though. It's a good idea. When I eat it out of the bag though, I cut the top half of the bag off. Otherwise you're getting dressing all over your hand as you get down in there with your spork. I've been just totally relaxing since I got here. It is like just totally peaceful, and there's nothing but bird songs, and there is a lot of flies, but they're not like landing on me. I just hear them buzzing around. There's a nice breeze, so it's not too hot. Just, yeah, tons of nature and wildlife, and even though there's people like fishing and driving in and out of this place, it's still just really peaceful. Feels good to get out of the city. There's always a ton of like, I don't know if it's quail or grouse at this place, but I think I'm gonna hike around the lake in the morning, maybe after I'm done fishing. Usually stumble upon a couple of them, try to film it. There's these two male cardinals that keep playing with each other over there. It's pretty entertaining to watch. It's gonna be a good night. I'm glad there's a breeze. I got chicken bacon twisters and chicken cheddar brats. It's chicken night. I'm actually gonna cook all of these, and I can eat them for breakfast. Why not? Got the grill lit. I mentioned with this grill you don't have to do this trick with the tongs, which is true, but it does help. And it's kind of like a habit that I have. Just helps the airflow, and it gets the grill just a little bit hotter. These are pretty much done. I also have caprese pasta salad. I will eat this and then probably head down to the lake and get my kayak set up. I think about how lucky these bunnies are to have been born out here and not in the city. There's a ton of them. That's a little baby right there. Alright, I set up the kayak and then I put my Buick back up there at the campsite. Gonna get out on the lake and see if I can catch anything. I mean, it's been really hot. The water's really low. It's gross. Not expecting much, but it'll be nice to get out on the water. And I'm the only one here. It's about 8:30. I was not expecting that, but hey, I'll take it. Should I take that pink flamingo floaty over there? I think I'll pass. That's pretty funny though. All right. This is the swamp. I think I might just go all the way over there to that little inlet or whatever that is. Yep, it's got that summertime swampy lake smell. And this is peaceful though. Man, I'm so glad I came here and did this. So last time I was out here, it was like April or something. It was my very first place I ever brought my van. If you watch that video, you remember all them pelicans and stuff. Somebody's showing up now. I figured there'd be people fishing. It's, you know, dusk. It's kind of the time to do it. At least I've been told. As I've said before, I am the world's worst fisherman. Yeah, this lake's really low. I'd say it's probably 8 feet shallower than it was 2 months ago. A lot of these little reservoirs, I think they open them up in the spring, close them in the fall, so they fill up all winter. Well, I'm gonna get a worm on and see if that does anything for me. If you can't catch a fish with the worm, then you pretty much ain't gonna catch a fish with anything else, because, you know, live bait. Oh, there's a fish swimming right around my jig. I just seen him, just a little guy. As nasty as this water is, you can actually see stuff in it. This is some really nasty water too. Look at that sky. That is so pretty. I'm gonna leave that in the video because it's funny. How deep is this? The lake is probably about 10 feet deep right here. It's pretty good. There's gotta be something in here. Oh. I actually caught a fish. Ha! Just a little tiny one. Little crappie. Oh, he got away. That still counts. It don't need to be in the boat. I don't care. Yeah, smaller and switch to white seems to be. That's what the crappie like anyway. It's actually too small, that's why he got away. Fish are nipping at my string. You see them? I don't know if it shows on camera. Bunch of tiny little guys. Yeah, I could like literally just reach in and grab one of these guys. I'm looking right at them. Wish I had a net. I need to buy a fishing net. I could just use one of these little guys for bait, you know? So I think what I'm gonna do is switch to something a little bigger that's white so I can cast. Ooh, it's starting to get cooler out now. I did not bring like long pants. I just assumed it would not get any cooler than like 68 or something tonight. I do have a hoodie. Oh wow, there's a beaver. I think. It's either a beaver or an otter. Cool. Oh, there's a couple of them. Alright, I'm gonna go harass the beavers. No, I'm just gonna look at them. I want to film them. Gonna kind of gently just cruise over there. I don't want to startle them, make them go underwater. So then I won't be able to film them. I don't know that that's actually a beaver. It could just be an otter or something. Maybe it's a kitty. Doubt it. Yeah, it's getting nice and cool out. It's gonna be a really good night. Yeah, that's a beaver. Oh, don't go underwater. Ah, damn it. Well, hopefully I got it on the GoPro. Can't really zoom in or nothing, but... Oh, look at him go. There he is. Okay, he's angry. That was a aggressive tail flop. Get away from my dam, bro. Do beavers attack? That was cool. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. This is the deepest part of the lake right here. We're over by the dam. If I go down there, I'm just gonna be snagging and all the weeds. I think right here is really the best place to be. Get my worm out there. And I'll keep messing with this white thing. It's probably not gonna do much for me, but there's that beaver over there looking at me. Wonder how many of them there are. Look at that beautiful sky. Got a bite. Beautiful sunset. Somebody's biting at it. Come on. I'm gonna take a picture of this beautiful sunset. Snagging some weeds. Well, guys, I am just gonna turn the camera on if I actually catch a fish, but yep. Nothing. This is a beautiful, peaceful night, though. And I am having a great time. I mean, I did technically catch a crappie, but it's not official unless you get them out of the water. That's okay. I am going to do this in the morning, though. And maybe I'll be the only one here still. And I'll have more luck. I'd keep trying, but it's gonna be dark real soon, and you know, I still gotta get the kayak back on the Buick and all of that stuff. So it's gonna be a good night with a lot of stars. I think I'll do a night lapse with the GoPro. I love doing that. All right, bed is made. It's like 74 degrees out, but we are already hitting the dew point. So that tells me that anything that I leave outside tonight is going to be completely soaked in the morning. Which is fine. I got the grill, the kayak, my already soaked kayak and shoes, table and chair, and cooler and trash can. Everything else will be in the trunk or in the car, myself included. It's going to be a good night. It looks way brighter on my camera than it really is. This is what it really looks like. I will see you guys in the morning. Should have brought the van. Good morning. I slept pretty good. Somebody drove through here at 2:30 in the morning. I think even a sheriff would be weird. Otherwise, pretty chill night. I think the most amazing thing about this place, at least this time of year, is all the sounds of nature. You hear so much bird song and toads and coyotes and owls, and it's just It's a healthy dose of nature coming out here, and I'm glad I did. It's going to be a hot one today. It's already, the sun just came out, and yeah, I'm feeling it. My plan is to, well, finish my coffee, do my morning business, get all packed up, and go get back out on the lake for a little bit, and then get the kayak all put away, and then maybe do a hike around the lake. I've done it once before. There is like a mowed path around this whole property. And then I'm going to hit the road, maybe do some driving around, kind of take my sweet time getting back to town, and then that'll pretty much be a wrap on this video. Gonna go to my dad's house this afternoon, do some grilling. It's Father's Day. If you're a father, happy Father's Day. I am very grateful to still have mine, and like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm going to spend as much time with them as I can, because I'm hitting the road in about 3.5 months, and I'm really not going to be around here that much anymore. So I'll try to make it back for, you know, every other Christmas or something. I'll see you on the lake. Well, here we are again, out on the lake. There's a guy over there fishing, and there's a dad and his kid over there fishing. They got a boat. Looks like they have a boat and a kayak. And that's it. Just 3 people at this whole lake. I'm gonna go kind of over there and just probably spend at least an hour out here, and then kind of pack up and go do some leisurely driving in the country. It's another thing that I really enjoy doing. Just take the Buick and cruise. Gonna go up to Checkland Lake. Then I'm gonna run up to Fremont, and then kind of work my way back home. Get the AC on in the van, because it is gonna be a hot one today. If I got over there in the shade, that'd be nice, but last night I went over there by that kind of little alcove, and I just started snagging right away. It's yeah, it's not very deep here, so. All right, get this guy out here. See if we have any luck, and then I don't know what I'm gonna try for my lure, but I could have got out here a lot earlier. I was up at like 5 something, but you know, I wanted to sleep in. See, I watch all the other fishermen around me, and if they ain't catching shit either, then, you know, I know it ain't just me. Yep, there ain't a whole lot going on around here, guys. Might wrap it up here pretty soon. Go do something else with my day off. my neighbors back. I just ate my brats and I'm eating some of this pasta salad. It's pretty good. Those brats aren't though. I won't be buying those again. I think I'm gonna just forego the hike. I'm just really not in the mood, and if I were to film that, it would be pretty boring and make this video way too long. So yeah, I'm gonna hit the road and just kind of tool around and explore a little bit, and I think I'm gonna head to that Checkland Lake and I will see you guys there. Well, I'm here at Checkland Lake near Prague, Nebraska. First time I ever came here was about 7 years ago, and since then I've probably spent the night here at least 15 times. It's if you're not using a power hookup site, then camping is free. Otherwise it's like 12 bucks or 18 or something like that. And the worst thing about this place is just all the noise from the highway right there. It's not a busy highway, but it pretty much goes all night. There's always like trucks. But this place kind of became sort of a desperate retreat for me for a while there. I would come here on weeknights and just camp overnight and then drive to work the next morning. It's like about an hour drive. I might bring the van here at some point. It's better in the off season. The campground is super tiny. There's maybe 10 spots, if that. Really nice hiking trail. Just a good little chunk of nature. It's sort of a wildlife habitat area, wildlife management area. Just like the last place I was at, this is a natural resources district managed place, so that is why like you don't need a state park pass to be here, and camping is generally free. I am gonna go ahead and head up to Fremont now. I'm just out cruising, trying to just enjoy my day. So these are the 3 non-power free sites right here. And then all the rest of them are paid sites with power. No water hookups here, just power. There's like a community tap over by the vault toilets. I don't know if it's potable, but... And then there's a tent camping area down by the lake. which the first time I ever came here, that's where I stayed. But I prefer it up here. It is up on a hill, so it's pretty windy sometimes, but it's this very beautiful place. If it weren't for that highway right there, hearing cars constantly drive by, this would be pretty serene. Well, I'm heading up to Fremont next. Well, I'm up here at Fremont Lakes. This is a state park, and it's right along some railroad tracks. It's a bunch of little sandpit lakes, kind of adjacent to the Platte River. This lake here, they stock with trout. Me and my brother used to fish the like farm-raised trout that they would stock lakes with. And pretty easy to catch. We used to use a can of corn. Little bite-sized marshmallows work too. This place, I've been here probably 50 times. And it's real busy right now in the summer, because it's pretty much, it's close to Omaha, so everybody comes here. If you like trains, this is a good spot to see them. These tracks right here, you can't really see them on camera, but this is the Union Pacific Overland route, the former Transcontinental Railroad, basically. And then there's like a diamond just up this way in town, and running north to south is the BNSF main line from like all the way from like Fargo down to Kansas City and beyond. This place was also sort of a kind of a desperate little retreat for me. I went through some shit the last few years ago, you know, and I used to come here a lot. I came here back in like 2016, I think, with my ex and our friend. It was Memorial Weekend, and we came camping up here. It was pretty miserable, because it was super busy. It was hot. We were tent camping. That's not the point of this story. When we got to town, we were heading here to the campsite, and I saw this dude. He had a huge pack, and he was wearing a bucket hat, and he was talking to a camera. And I was like, huh, that must be a YouTuber. And obviously a traveler. Like years later, I found the video on YouTube. Turns out that was Stobe the Hobo. And also, Hobo Shoestring has been through here a few times. I found his tag under an overpass in Fremont. But it's kind of a, you know, because of it being a kind of a crossroads of two main rail lines. But anyway, well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this kind of boring video here. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. I just needed a break, you know. I've been working really hard lately and been pretty burnt out lately, so I decided to just take the weekend off. And you know, sometimes you need that. And just going out, getting out of town for a night and spending some time out in nature is, even though the weather's been pretty damn hot, it's good for your soul. So I will be getting right back to work on the van. That'll be the next several videos that you see. But anyway, I hope you all have a great week. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.